around. And quick overview on tyres. Love Island going for the alternate strat, the hard tyre, starting at the back. Didn't set a time in qualifying, and he's going to start on hards from the back. Chester, who also was used as a bit of a towing car, is going to start P11. And the two-stop strategy, soft, medium, medium, soft, medium, hard for our leader, Arch. DW did qualify on their mediums in P10, and everyone else on the softs. It is very cloudy, but NRX Stenner does tell me from the engineering pod that it is going to stay dry for the race. They can do. Safety cars will also come into play if there is any. We hope we don't see them, but who knows? It's a funny old thing, this F1 racing. As rounds the final corner. And I'll take this opportunity to advertise a little bit for myself. So on the 11th of December, starting at 12 midday, I will be doing 24 hours of gaming. To raise awareness for mental health and to raise some money for the charity Mind. I hope you can all join me on that day. It's going to be a good day. I'm going to play a load of community games, get everyone involved. There's a quiz going on and stuff like that as the cars just form up on the grid. As we have 1 light, 2 light, 3, 4 and 5. And we are away at Paul Ricard. Looks like one hell of a start from NRX Square. He's already taken the lead and pulled across to the side to take the inside line into turn 1. He's going to get challenged. He's not going to give it up, Arch, but Square leads us away. And is that Jacob? Is Jacob going to have a go here? No, he's not. Few cars switching places, but it looks like everyone has got that clean getaway. Down into turn 4 we go. Ads and DW, the teammates fighting for positions down in 9 and 10. But what a start from NRX Square. Absolutely launched it off the box, and he was ahead long before turn 1. And down the first DRS straight we go. No DRS for 3 laps, and everyone riding that curb as you go on board with Arch, who looks to retake P1. Chester and DW fighting for positions a bit further down. And a bit of a lobby glitch, game glitch, I don't know. He looked like you just teleported to one side. You can see already 3.5 tenths the gap as Square takes a very, very inside line. Love Island still on the chase from DW, further in behind on them hard tyres. We'll move over to the tyre screen now for you. Oh, and that's Levi. He's right round, baby, right round, and that is caused Ads to go into the back of Silas. So Levi spinning right round, baby, right round early on here. And Ads is going to have a pit stop. So not a lot he could do there, really, Ads. And he's gone on to another set of the soft compound tyres. So nightmare for Levi. Finds himself now down in P11. And there is a 6-car DRS train now. It's pretty even. I would say advantage just FRA. With the 3 points on pole. Placky in P5. Got Critch for close company behind. Might find himself coming under a bit of pressure. Arch is keeping Square very, very honest out in front though. 0.2 of a second. Who have we got for the win here, guys? Who are we supporting tonight in the chat? I haven't seen very many FRA or NRX fans. It seems to be the old neutral boys as Arch goes to send a dive one down the inside. But just thought better of it. It'd have been brave. Maybe in some league racing you've taken part in, you would have seen someone send it, but not in this very, very important fixture in esports. ETE to win, says Beer and Kebab. They did win the other night against my Decorus. Finally, with one hell of a race. There's a good one to commentate over that. As we start lap 3. DRS is enabled, and is that going to help Arch Love Island up into P10? On the hunt now over 2 medium boys in front of him as they start to just split into 2 this grid. But we'll go back on board with Arch, who's going to have DRS advantage now to retake the lead off Square. All about this turn out of P7. DW gets a first time penalty on lap 3 for extending track limits, and he's got a long race to go here. No one really in the DRS train. You see him gaining, probably too far behind for a move, and he doesn't make it this time. Loveland going to have a masterclass. I hope so. He's got all the work to do down in P10. And again, getting very close in the battle for the lead. Don't want to push the tyres too hard this early on. Love Island still battling on as DW is getting right up close to Chester, who's in a bit of an FRA sandwich with Silas and DW. And the two... Silas is going to be under pressure because he hasn't got DRS from the car in front. What kind of exit can he get? No, you see Silas just pulling out in front. Arch getting closer into turn 1, sets the fastest lap of the race at 1:32.9, but still not close enough this time. Here we go. The battle recommences. He's a little bit closer this time. Are we going to see that move? Battery pulls to one side. Are they going to fight it? Yes, they are. He's going to have the inside line. It's all about this exit, but Square backs off. Is he coming straight back at him? Into turn 10 we go, and Arch retakes the lead of the race. Critch very close to Placky, going up the inside into turn 10. Late on the brakes, they touch wheels. Who's got the bottle to hold it? They're going side by side now into turn 12. He's going to have the inside line, Placky, and does retake P5, but the traction out into 13 and 14. Oh, he's going to take the inside line, but Placky's going to have it into 15, and again, it's all about this exit. Who's going to get the better traction? It looks like Critch has just got it. This is going to be a big battle into turn 1. Is he going to make the move? Critch has the fastest lap of the race. He pulls to one side. He's not quite far enough, is he? Hold the outside of 2. What a move, and Placky's right round, baby, right round. It doesn't look like contact. It looks like he's just lost it over the curb. Critch up into P5, and Placky, probably with his head in his hands, now finds himself down in P11. Matty Torley, that is poor from you. As it looks like DW's now had a moment. So a nightmare couple of corners for the FRA boys. Love Island now finds himself into P8. And Chester now gets past Silas up into P6. NRX are on the move. Yeah, that's true. I'll let you off this one then. Whoa, Matty Torley. So, FRA self-destruct button I saw earlier in the chat. That has now been activated a little bit. And Arch still leading the way from Square. Feels like we've been racing a lot more than 5 laps as we go into lap 6. Tonight on Love Island, indeed. The alternate strategy. Here we go into turn 1. He's not going to make the move, Square. very rich on ERS deployment. 100% in the tank against Arch's 70%. Jacob on 80%. He's getting rather close. We could see a move here, depending on what happens in the next couple of corners. In the turn 7. Three tenths a gap. This could be a retake for the lead. Nice and wide. Goes for the weave. He's not going to do it. You just see him lifting off the throttle. So he's being very patient. Square looking for the right opportunity. Arch with a bit of the back end just kicks out as he comes out of turn 9. This is great racing out in front. Very respectful racing. Round the outside. Does he have a look? Is he going to go inside into turn 11? No, Arch defending well. Covers that off. Love Island getting very close to the back of Silas's conditions, as you can see just up above, starting to brighten up a little bit. There are clear little bits in the sky. Back on board with the leaders, and Arch and Jed pull the overcut for Arch, undercut for John. So NRX Square with the 100% battery, it's hammer time. Let's get the push on. And there's pit stops for almost everyone at FRA. And NRX now occupied a 1.6. His Square goes very wide into turn 2. So this needs to be one hell of a lap if he's going to react on lap 7. Jacob in DRS as well. That's going to help him potentially avoid an undercut from Jed. Are you committing to a 2-stop, or can you go soft hard from here? 20 laps on the hards. Is it possible? As again, conditions start to brighten up a little bit more. So it's all about now, is Square going to extend the stint, or is he going to react to Arch's pit stop? Easily possible. Rusty, thank you very much. So what's Square going to do? Is he going to react? Yes, he is. Jacob's going to follow him in. Critch is going to follow as well. Chaster's going to carry on with Love Island and take the lead of the race. Levi's in the box as well. So 4 out of the 6, and this is where the alternate strategy from Love Island and Chasta may come into play. And maybe this was part of the plan from NRX to just leave 2 cars out in front in case. DW's going to carry on up into P3. Soft medium now, the debate in the chat. Is that a possibility? So Squared side by side with Arch into turn 1. Arch just retakes the lead. That was so close. Probably that moment at turn 2 might have just cost Square, but Archie's going to have a tyre temperature as well, and that was very close. A lot closer than they were, and we resume battle on lap 8 for the net lead of the race between Arch and Square, and it's all about how quickly Square can get the temperature into these tyres. But more importantly, Jed has managed to jump Jacob, who's going to retake this under DRS, but side by side coming out the pit lane. And Jacob's gone onto the medium tyre, the only one to do so. So is he going to try that soft medium? Oh, Square. Tyres must be up to some form of temperature now, and he will look to close that gap and push for the lead of the race. I haven't seen FRA Arch around. You don't see him a lot on Twitter. Don't see him a lot in the Discords, but it's good to see him racing tonight. Probably go for softs at the end. Yeah, soft, medium, soft. So Jacob N, he's going to be rapid at the end. He's right on the back of his teammate now. Maybe some team orders. Who knows? And Critch gets a time penalty down in P8. Yeah, there you go. I called it. I've been watching too much esports recently. Jacob on the medium, sent to attack Arch. And hopefully put a bit of a blocker on to get Square through as well. So good team tactics as the conditions get a little bit brighter as well overhead. Meanwhile, Jed just starting to fall off the back of Square. He's still within DRS range, but 0.6 of a second, you're not really going to do a lot down there. And the rest of the grid just from Critch down, really. Obviously, we've seen spins from... We've seen ads with some wing damage. We've seen Placky with a spin. Levi's had a spin as well. Silas as well has had a bit of an unfortunate moment. But it's all about what Jacob can do on the medium tyre now on Arch. As Chasta comes into the pitch, and Arch, you just see him flick that back wheel. Jacob's going to push one up the inside into turn 12. Can't make it. You see Arch just flick a back wheel over the curb, and unfortunately that earns yourself a time penalty. And Jacob just trying to push his way through. Could get the move done here. You see him so close. This is going to be very, very close into turn 1. Jacob sets the fastest lap of the race and takes a net lead of the race. And we see even the tightest of margins, penalties decide all. And Jacob 7.3 seconds. But so Jacob will look to push and leave Arch without the DRS in front, and that'll open the doors. Arch, another massive twitch on the back end, but still manages to keep the pace. So I don't know if that was a game glitch or he's just lost it a little bit. Everyone else not really the top. The battle for the net P1 between Jacob, Arch, Square and Jed is the one that we will be following. Whoa, Matty, Torley, okay, no problem, I'll sort it again. Let me know if that's good again now. Should be okay. So we saw Jacob N set another fastest lap of the race, and if he continues this, he's going to dump Arch out of DRS. You see him just pulling away 0.9 of a second. He's just on the border. I really don't know why this does it, you know. It really infuriates me. I bought a new mic. Went to a wired connection. 4 streams. I went without mic issues, and now I'm back having them again. So Arch, Jacob's had a little moment somewhere, as he knows. You see a DRS light flashing. Square joining the party, and this is a free car battle as DW now comes into the pits, and he's going to find himself coming out pretty far down the grid as old DW. Placky 3-second time penalty, extending them track limits out. Oh, hello. NRX Square, what's happened there? You meant to turn right at that corner, buddy. And you just can't park there, sir. And he slots in behind John, and he's going to have to box now for a new wing, because you can see his end plate missing on the left hand side. And that is a nightmare from Square. So Jacob N in P2 is the Lone Ranger now, and he's going to have to defend off Arch. Yeah, it did look like a wheel glitch, to be fair. It's a shame that after all this time, the wheel glitches are back in the game. So a nightmare scenario for Square. Yeah. Wheel glitch for sure, Griffiths. I think you'll smack on with that, buddy. We'll get some confirmation if we can later on. Square has got damage. Yeah, in for the pit. Hello, Ismail. How you doing, mate? DCRS Choco. So Jacob not really pulling away to the extent that he'd want on these medium tyres. Unsure sees it look like maybe a bit of a wheel glitch. Maybe he's lost it, but he just went straight on into the wall at turn 1. So unsure what's happened there. I'm very good, Ismail. Thanks for dropping in tonight, mate. Really appreciate the support. It is indeed advantage FRA. Yep, Jacob will have to box, but he's going to be very, very racy on them soft tyres. Love Island doing a good job, however. 12 laps. He's going to be also a rapido. Maybe he's hung out if there is a safety car. And he can get on a set of tyres and keep out in front. Levi catching the back of Silas now. 0.4 of a second as we go through turn 15. ETE Choco. Adds gets a time penalty, so that is 4 out of 6 FRA drivers with the old time penalties. Just Silas and Jed. As we see Levi getting very close into turn 1. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. Into turn 2 we go. When we'll just have a quick overview on the penalty situation within the race. It's 3 seconds for Ads, DW, Placky and Arch from FRA. And Critch as the only driver from NRX with a penalty so far. Jacob's warnings is 0, so he's running a very clean race so far. ERS is very low at the top. Arch 27 and Jacob on just 7%. He's really pushing to break a gap, but he just can't seem to get away. Arch seems to have some of this Need for Speed police car pace. He just drops off, then he comes back, then he drops off, then he comes back. NRX Quibalda. I hope I've said that right. If not, please let me know. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the stream. As Love Island pits on lap 14. So it'd be interesting to see what tyre he goes on. Is he going to go on that soft compounder tyre? No, he's on to the medium. So the reverse strat off the hard medium for Love Island. And he's going to slowly drop down. Oh, well, right. At least I've got one thing right tonight. Love Island. Where's he going to come out? Silas coming. Levi's coming. He's going to drop just in front of Placky. Potentially. No, he's not. He's going to come out even. Whoa, hello. He's almost got collected by Silas as he comes out the pits. But he's going to be on the quicker compounded tyre and he's going to get after Silas pretty quickly. So a master stroke from Love Island. Drops in front of his teammate Levi. Thank you for the follow as well, mate. Square sets the fastest lap of the race from P12 and his race is just about done. And Unless a safety car comes out. And here goes Love Island on the attack of Silas, ready to retake P6. DRS activated, and away he goes. Whoa, hello, he's 20. But what he don't want to do is allow Levi, gets very close, there's contact. He's just gone up the back of him there, very late on the brakes. Maybe Silas broke a little bit more than he expected, and hopefully there's no wing damage there. Yeah, I call him Love Island. Love Land. But I'll call him Love Island. We always pick on one driver for a little bit of a nickname during the streams. So 4.7 seconds, a gap to his teammate in front of Shasta. And Jacob is the net leader of the race. ERS down towards the 5% mark. Arch has got a little bit richer in behind him and probably just waiting for that opportunity to close up. So Critch gets a time penalty, and I believe that is the second one of the evening for Critch, and that puts him on to 6 seconds. Love Island is better. I agree. Thank you very much. Thank you, lads. Love Island is where it's at. So, you can see, talking to Love Island, he's absolutely gapped Silas by 1.5 seconds, and he is on the charge. Now Levi, what can he do on Silas this time? Is he going to take P7 and make it full advantage to NRX? Yes, it is. Here we go. Down into turns 8 and 9, and that was pretty easy. Levi won't get a much easier pass than that. Remember Levi famously this week, I've seen him in another race on Monday night at Russia, and one of the lads in the chat, Munja Class, sent him to the shops and back on the last lap to win in a league race at Russia. His cut in the pit lane allows Silas gets a penalty, so it's just Jed now. NRX Torley? Wow. There's only one team Torley's going to stay with, and that is the Blue Army, who are back in action tomorrow night, the Blue Army, as we face TTM in another esports competition in a knockout match. It's going to be live over on that particular esport channel. 7 o'clock. Levi gets a snap of oversteer coming out of 2. DW gets a time penalty, so FRA just going to get a few penalties now, which isn't going to go against them. It's going to go against them towards the end, especially for Arch. Love Island, 3.8 seconds now, that gap to Chasta. And Jacob still on the 0 warning, so very, very good race from Jacob so far, and that will be key for him now to try and keep the warnings and the penalties away. Decorous dub. Matty Torley shows the emote in the chat. We love to see it. So 10 laps to go here at Paul Ricard, and the race has just started to flatline out a little bit. Not a lot of action going on in the chat. He has Squares on the charge, and he will have been told that there's a lot of penalties in front of him, and to get that hammer down for sure. I have been keeping an eye on that one pretty closely. So Critch is right on the back of Jed. He needs to get past him and put the hammer down. Goes to feint the move into turn 1, but thinks better of it. I wouldn't make that move either. Oh, very wide from Critch. Snap of oversteer. Oh, the tyre's just starting to go away from him. I hope not. 11 lap hold on the hards. Who wins it from here, guys? Where do you see the race going? Critch getting closer. He's... Oh! Went to go left and went to go right and nearly made a pig's ear of that one. Silas on the back of Levi. 0.3 of a second. Arch wins overall NRX. Yeah, it is advantage NRX. 3.6 seconds now square. He's on the absolute charge. And the penalties in front of him sit 3-6, 3-3. Placky and DW swap places. Through turn number 10. Love Island wins. And Jacob does come in for that second box, and we expect a soft tyre to go on. Someone called it earlier on. And there are the red striped tyre to go on the number 66 NRX livery car. And what's he just... Oh, I thought he just sat there in the pit lane, but it was a glitch. And Jacob is going to come out in P10. So this... He's got some work to do now, 7 laps. We'll be keeping a close eye on proceedings and what he can do. He's got no warnings, fresh set of soft tyres, a very light car, and it's end time. Get that hammer down, here we go. As Arch retakes the lead by 6.5 seconds to his mate. Critch is going to have another go this time, is he? Into turn 8, no. Oh, Critch has just lost it. It doesn't look like he's lost too much time, but that will affect him. All that hard work over the last couple of laps undone. But he has just got 10% more ERS. Is we going to see him move? Oh, Jed goes to move over and cover it off. Oh, there's contact again. Jacob's already passed Placky. Jacob's on the charge. He's already done Placky. Here he goes on DW, is it? Is he going to make that move down the inside? No. Placky does have a little look up the inside, though. Into turn number 12 we go. And Placky just has the back end just kicks out on him. And he's going to be under pressure here into 14, is he? Or is Jacob just going to sit patiently and wait for the DRS down the straight? DW does not have it in the car in front. He almost touches the back of him. He's going to be past him before the finish line. What a move from Jacob. 2 places already made up. 3.4 seconds the next car in front. And he will be making that up very quickly. Ads comes into the box potentially to have a little go at the fastest lap. Or does he feel that the tyres can't get to the end of the grid? And it's Critch v Jed, round number 7. Here we go. And what's he got up his sleeve this time, Critch? This looks a little bit easier for him. And he's up into P2. So let's battle the penalties out in front, and how much is that going to hurt them towards the end of the race? Love Island, 1.8 seconds now in P5. Silas getting ever closer to the back. Jacob's already carved 1.6 seconds, 1.8 seconds out of that gap to Silas. And here's a bloke on the charge. Expect fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. And here he goes. Jed gets past Critch again into turn 1. Jacob 130.7 the fastest lap. And Critch has gone for an absolute move down into turn 3. Just caught the end of it as we saw him absolutely motoring through. Who would win at the moment? I would say it's an NRX victory. It may be close to that 3 points for pole position. But penalties are going to play a massive part at the end of this race. Chasta now has joined. And we've gone board with Chasta just to watch that in front. So the defending between Jed and Critch has allowed Chasta to move up. And to the delight of Quibalda, Mr. Love Island is coming. He's 1.2 seconds in a lap or two. He's going to be joining the back of this train as we see Critch and Jed battling into turn number 10. Into turn 12 we go. Jacob and Silas, and he's done him. Jacob, he's right the way through. Levi will pull out of the way at some point. And Levi won't need to move. He'll just overtake him. There we go. He pulls to one side with a DRS. And Jacob goes through up into P6. And 4.9 seconds now the gap to his teammate in front, Love Island, who's joining this battle. Critch has managed to stay in front. But Chasta now is attacking. And here comes Love Island. Critch has gone very, very wide. And he's backed out and let all of them through. And Love Island's just got to back out. That could have ended in disaster for NRX. That could have been, the pendulum could have swung back to FRA very, very quickly. Adds 30.7, and we see a switch from the right to the left, Ricardo style, late on the brakes by Chasta, and he's up into P2. What a move. Yeah, very close. Does that include his amount of 3 points for pole position? And look who's behind, look who's coming to join the party. It's NRX Love Island. Here he is, the big man, Moo Moo Milk. Here goes Love Island. He's got the fresher tyres, the quicker tyres, the medium tyres. Is he going to absolutely send it into turn 1? Late on the brakes again. Just lets Jed go through. So he did make a move, and it's gonna come very, very soon, no doubt. 10 seconds a gap out in front because of this amazing battle that's going on in behind. Who has the fastest lap is Ads, and I believe it is a 30.7. We will have a look for you. Yeah, it's a 30.7 with Ads. Moo Moo Milk, thanks for the follow. No, 1 to 9 on the soft compound tyre. Number 10 DW started on the mediums. Chasta and Love Island started on the medium and hard tyre respectively. The guys who are on hards all were on soft tyres, I think. Jacob committed to a 2-stop. Soft, medium, soft. Love Island went hard, medium. Shasta went medium, hard. And everyone else went soft, hard. Square had to box due to a suspected wheel glitch into turn 1, which ended up with him in the wall. 2 laps to go. What's Love Island got in the locker? Yeah, it was an interesting strategy call. There was no damage. He just wanted to go for that alternate strat. And Love Island is getting closer. This could be the move for the big man up into P3. There's a lot of weaving going on. And they're going to go 3 car wide. Love Island's going to... There's a bit of wheel banging. He's going to push him wide as he... Yes, he pushes him wide. And he gets a time penalty for that, Jed. It wasn't enough contact to make him go off the track, I don't believe. Answers in the chat, please. What did you think of that move? Did it warrant going as far off the track as Jed did? Was Love Island was correct to fight the position, and there wasn't the big enough contact that warranted that going off the track? I don't think so. If I was a steward, I wouldn't give that. I'd give that as a racing incident myself. As we go into 2 laps to go here at Paul Ricard. Oh. Opinions divided. So 1 lap to go, and it's do or die, and there's contact between Love Island and Jed. Oh, and a snap of oversteer coming out of 2. Jacob up into P5. Where can he get to with 2 laps to go? Chasta's doing a great job. Jed's been nowhere near him. Love Island's just dropped off the back. Here comes Jacob though. Archie's going to win by an absolute country mile. He's been in a world of his own out in front. Here's Love Island. Yeah, he's going to let Jacob go. So Jacob's up into P4. Square gets a time penalty. Adds his boxed again for another fastest lap attempt in behind. And I got a funny feeling we're going to hear from Mr. Love Island. And we'll try and get BTX in. He didn't reply to my message in the false group chat earlier, so I don't know if anyone wants to join us from FRA for a chat. But Love Island will be joining us in the box after for a bit of a chit chat. So it's the final lap. Do or die for Jacob here, you feel. If he's going to make a move, it's going to have to be pretty soon. The tyres must be towards the end of their life. Ads gets a time penalty, but that's irrelevant because he's at the back. And that penalty for Square is going to kill any hope. Down the inside into turn 5. Big wheel bang. That one warranted going off the track. And Jacob is up into P3. So that one was a bit of a stronger contact. Silas gets a time penalty down in P8. Again, probably not going to affect too much. Love Island. It looks like a police box maneuver there from NRX. Contact between Jed. Oh, look at Love Island. What a move. Oh, there's a bit of wheel banging going on again. They're going to go side by side into turn 10. We'll stay on board and hold the rear view as here we go round turn 10. Who's got the bottle? Oh, Love Island. That's a big bit of wheel banging. And Jed's right round, baby, right round. And they've come together. And that's... Was that a reset to track, however? Interesting. He seemed to come on the track a little bit too quickly there. Again, FRA Arch wins at Paul Ricard for FRA. Shasta, the man who started in P11 on the grid, is going to come home in P2. But he's going to get overtaken by N and Love Island. Critch, you just can't park air, sir. And there's absolute pure carnage as Levi sends it into him as well. So I would say that is NRX victory. However, that is before the stewards review, and there'll be a few of them after the last couple ones that we saw. DW has DNF'd as well just before the pit lane, and he's made a huge... If that is his car on the pit lane, that is on the pit straight, that is a huge, huge error. So Ads, is he going to get that fastest lap of the race? And that's going to be rather embarrassing for Mr. Ads. So what a race, full of action. Driver of the day is going to be, I think, Mr. Love Island himself. Sean Keeper, how we doing, my man? So I would say that's a provisional victory for NRX. But again, as always, stewards are going to come into it very, very quickly. DFA goated. Just to recap, we were after a pretty hectic end to the race.